All right, Joanna, we're going to do a quick comparison between you and another athlete in butterfly. And what we talked about before, when your arms are reaching forward, your hips drop a little bit. So they're dropped a little bit lower, especially when you look at the athlete to your left. And what I'm going to do is kind of change the view. I'm going to change it to an above view. So you can see where yours are dropped a little bit, and you can see how high hers are. So if I'm looking at your hips, a little bit more of a down angle, hers are a little flatter, and that's really what we want to see in terms of your hip placement. And that, like I said, when you're reaching forward, those hands drop a little bit. So if we move forward in the next frame, you can see that your arms, her head's getting a little deeper as your arms enter in. So we talked about that triangle before, and we talked about yours being on a little bit flatter angle. So if let me advance it back a little bit more, or get more into that viewpoint there. Okay, as we talked about before, I talked about an inverted triangle. So on this athlete in the top view, which is another athlete on the team, her head's lowered in her hands, and then her head's lowered in her hips, and then you create this triangle. And this is kind of the position you want to be in as you're starting to catch water on butterfly. And you can see, again, yours is more of a flat angle, so there's not really that triangle there. The head's on level with the arms and not getting deeper. And to me, that's a lot to do with how your arms are coming over at the end of the stroke. They're coming over a little too high, so it creates an angle where you can't get deeper in the water. And it's very easy to see on the top athlete that she's getting deeper in the water before she starts her catch. And that creates a better position to start your catch. So your hands are riding a little wider, hers are more narrow, and she's coming into the catch, hands and palms facing the bottom and back wall, while yours are sliding outward, and that's all set up from the angle that you're in. And then she's a little more narrow where we want to be with the pole, and you're a little wider with those hands coming into the body. Okay? And then pushing through. At this point, everything kind of lines up. You're both the same, higher hips, and it just gives you an idea or ability to kind of see the difference in your fly position and her fly position as you're moving forward. And I would like yours to look a little bit more like hers in terms of diving in front and getting the head a little bit lower and being in a better position to pull. And that would all be created by being lower with those hands on the recovery as you go to enter the water. And I think that would set you up a little bit deeper in front and get you in a better position to pull water. I hope this is something that can help you. I like comparisons, so this one should help you a lot in terms of visualizing what I was talking about before.